Ciao Juventini and welcome to the All Juve cast channel where it's all Juve all the time and it's match day and it's a big one. Juventus with the opportunity, of course, to get into the top four. I've got Lucci, I've got Omer, and I've got the big Lebowski. Joe, what's going on, my man?
You mean like why do I have the sunglasses on? It's because the future is looking so bright.
Bathrobe?
That's why.
What?
Oh yeah.
The future is looking so bright, Al. That's why I have these on.
Man, it's
but no, the bathrobe's on because I'm cold.
Amazing. Look, everybody, this live chat. Holy smokes, these guys have been revving each other up. Look at this. Incredible action. Alex P in there. Naveen in there. Atalanta. Yes. Home of Juve. We will be in top four if we win today. Yes, it's a big day. Big day. Atalanta obviously dropping the points, and the door is open for Juventus. Also, that result yesterday in the Derby della Madonnina has obviously opened things up. I heard a lot of fans saying that that was actually bad for Juventus, but I disagree, especially if you look at the remaining schedules and how things are shaping up. It's actually that was a good result for Juventus. Guys, you guys see it as a bad result with Milan end up taking that?
No.
No way.
Anyone who takes points away from the leaders is not a problem for us. And credit to Milan, man. They have so much character. Bravo, man. And it's good for us. We should just keep winning our remaining games, and we'll be there at the top if we keep doing that, no matter what the other teams do.
Yeah, absolutely. Luch, bad result. Have Milan win?
I would have preferred a draw because I didn't want either team to win, but we'll take it. I'm not too upset about it.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it personally, and I think it's fine. Again, when you start looking at the matchups and who those teams still have to play, there's some more slip-ups. And the only thing I take out of yesterday is, my God, I cannot stand Inzaghi. And watching that guy on the sideline, that guy is just a clown. Holy smokes. Love the tears, though. And he's at the perfect team. Maybe he's just banking on the lawyers, saving them. Who knows? Yeah, I'll say it. I don't care if some of our Interista friends watching. I said it. I'll say it again. But let's get to the good guys here. Let's get to us. Let's get to Juve. We got some nice new shiny toys today that hopefully we'll see in action. Obviously, Zakaria and then, Vlahovic. So a lot of talks going into this one, and some fans were talking about him not starting and whatnot. We know about the bet Frankie and I have on Vlahovic starting. He had to start. He has to start. There's absolutely no way he doesn't start. Zakaria would have been, maybe a questionable one, but with Locatelli suspended, he's got to be in there too, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So both. We got to see both these guys in action. Now, we're going to dive into this matchup a lot and get in there. But first, we've got some birthdays that we passed that were yesterday. One, of course, for Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, the project did not end up the way any of us would have liked. But favorite Cristiano Ronaldo moment at events, because he did actually give us some pretty stellar moments. So let's just go around and say, what was your... it could be a favorite goal, could be a favorite moment, whatnot. Obviously, Atletico Madrid stands out. I'd probably say that was just epic, and how he threw it back at Simeone was probably the highlight. But guys, some moments from CR. Joe, even a goal.
that was gonna be the top. That was gonna be what I picked, but the Atletico comeback.
How about best goal? That Sampdoria header.
Best goal.
That's what I was gonna say.
I like the one he scored against Manchester United, where Bonucci lobbed it over to him, and you just went boop.
That was a beauty. That was a beauty. Omar, top goal, top moment.
Top moment has to be Atletico. Top goal. This isn't such a big game, but you remember that he had one rocket he fired against Empoli. We were 1-1. Then he took it,
Yeah.
25.
Far corner, absolutely smash that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Omer's fading out here really, really bad and choppy.
Very-
Lucci.
I was gonna say that didn't he have a hat trick in the first half against, was it Genoa or no? It was Cagliari when he kung fu kicked Cregno in the face and didn't get a red card and everyone was losing it on him. Was that last
I
year?
think I remember that. Yeah.
Last year or the year before? Yeah, I remember that. That was a good one too because everyone was salty about it. But yeah, no, that Sam goal definitely stands out for sure.
Yeah. And then you've got Anthony mentioning the degree of difficulty on that goal against Man U is absolutely massive. And it was too. That ball from Bonucci was incredible. The second birthday, man, I got to admit, when this player joined, I was like a little hesitant. Well, a lot of fans were kind of bothered that he took the number 10. And did he ever change all our minds? El Apache, okay, Carlos Tevez, just an absolute beast for Juve. He went from taking, that iconic number and everybody being like, oh man, you giving the 10 to Tevez and all this. And he came in and he was a perfect ambassador for Juventus, was an absolute beast on the pitch, scored a ton of goals, was so influential to that team. And in the end, we didn't want him to leave when he did. But Tevez, favorite goals, favorite moments. Joe, you were actually there for one to see Tevez play live. What was your favorite moment of goal? The one you were there live for?
So he actually scored a brace when I was there, but the second goal that he scored was just an absolute peach. So it has to be that for me, just because I was there, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Omer, Carlos Tevez, favorite moment, favorite goal.
Oh, it's the same one, that dribble against Parma. Man, we won 7-0, but that goal was, the moment you saw it, it was going to be in every highlight reel we're ever going to watch of best Juve goals.
Yeah. Joe Luch.
I like the rocket against Milan off the crossbar? Yeah, it was an absolute bomb. Yeah.
I think I like the one where he doesn't even have a run up against Borussia, I'm pretty sure. And he just absolutely unloads this missile from standing. That was probably one of the most impressive ones I've seen because, again, he took the pass, he turned to the side, and he just unleashed from standing. It was absolutely insane. So going back to Anthony's on a degree of difficulty, that's crazy because he had to be 30 yards out against Borussia there, and without a run-up, incredible. So yeah, it's cool to talk about these guys in the moments they had, regardless if we would have loved to have that Champions League, especially in that season with Tevez, but I still say till now that's a damn penalty, okay, on Pogba all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. But nonetheless, even when these projects don't go right, the memories are incredible. Guys, now we'll get to a little bit of the news surrounding Juventus. So as the Mercato ended there, and we've got, some more of this news breaking out of how these deals unfolded and everything that happened, we've come to Aaron Ramsey. Okay, so Aaron Ramsey goes there to the Rangers. He finally chooses a team out of 7, okay, and it ended up being the Rangers. I was shocked. The Rangers have hailed it as being the best signing for them since Gaza, okay? Anthony and I had to laugh at this, okay, but this is how they're hailing it. Now the details are, apparently there is no actual obligation, but now all of a sudden there is. It's question on whether he stays fit or not. So of course we're all scared and nervous on this. In the end, it's still a win. He's gonna go at some point, and they got the salary off there. It is what it is. There's nothing we can really do at this point. Any thoughts on this Ramsey thing? And now hearing this about that deal afterwards, what do you guys think?
Let's just
and
hope
real
he
quick,
stays fit.
shout out to Anish for the donation there. And of course, everybody, super chat is set up for donations on chat and whatnot. If you guys like to, the other way to show support, of course, stripedartsapparel.com. Luch.
I was just gonna say we got to hope he stays fit and they decide to buy him, or else we may have another issue come the summer. But
yeah, that's the thing. Well, at the end of the day, the biggest bullet was dodged, and that was the automatic renewal.
Mhm.
So for that alone, it's a win. It's a win. We couldn't have gone into that. So really, yeah, it is what it is there. Omer, what do you think?
What can we say that hasn't been said already about Ramsey? It's just every second that he's not at the club and we're not paying him salary before the end of his contract is good for us. And that's it. We'll get to the summer. I trust Arriva Bene. If he managed to offload him in 5 days, he'll manage to do that in 2 months in the summer. I'm not worried. Even if he'll be back, we'll see him walk away again.
Absolutely. Dan kind of coming in here saying he has to just quickly chime in before he gets back to work, saying that the Scudetto is not out and lost. I love it. I love the positivity. We have to remain, like I said, I'm one of those guys. I bleed black and white, and I'm a diehard. I'll go to the bitter end. Show me when we are mathematically eliminated, okay? But no, that's great stuff. Yeah, Joe is going to say the same thing on Ramsey. It is what
Pretty
it is.
much.
We got to get over it. And again, the automatic renewal was the big thing. Delgawi coming in here saying that they have to win league, but that's the thing, is that apparently that has been debunked basically, as per these rumors, saying that that is not the stipulation. So there's still some uncertainties there. I've got the question into Mirko Di Natale, and we'll just wait for his verification there and whatnot on it. But guys, we got some news out of renewals. We hit everybody with the non molo discussion midweek, obviously, and he unfolded and uncovered a lot of stuff. Okay, so the thing with that is there wasn't a lot of talk on renewals. Very, very little talk about the renewals other than Dybala. Okay. So a lot of Juventini had questions about if Nonmalo spoke to Quadrado or Bernardeschi in their situations. Out of everything that we've gathered through all kind of these sources and everything, it seems that Quadrado is the most likely to renew. There is an opportunity for Bernardeschi there, but right now Quadrado seems closer linked to sealing that renewal. I want to get all your thoughts on that, and should he be the one closest link to the renewal? Let's start with Lucci on this one.
Closest link to the renewal, I'm going to say
should he
no.
be closer to the renewal? Would he be the top priority over Bernardeschi in your opinion?
For me, if you want to consider all the aspects like age, versatility, blah blah blah, and you'd probably get Bernardeschi on cheaper than compared to Quadrado, I'd say Berna would be the one you would want to sign, because you could keep him from 2+ years where he's still barely 30. Quadrado's already in his 30s. You can already see, I don't know, for me anyways, you can already see a decline in his play this season. So 1 year max, I don't see him being a benefit to the squad in 2-3 years from now. But he's a loyal player, and you want that in your team. So I guess we'll keep him. It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Lucci's a Berna stan, so you got to factor that into the equation there. I also have my own agenda against Quadrado, but if I'm going to renew either one of them, I'm going to go with Quadrado, because he can still, I still hate him at right back, but he can play right back. And, but that's pretty much it. I think he's still putting in some pretty decent performances, even for his age. Even if it's just on a year, that would be totally fine. It might be a little bit more expensive, not much more expensive than Berna. You're not going to be saving that much more money. And right back is a hot commodity position until we find a more suitable replacement. Quadrado can handle that.
Yeah. Omer, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Cuadrado fan. I think he had a lot of downsides to his style of play. But, and it's a big but, Cuadrado is never ever injured. He's always available. If you sign him for 1 2 years, you get a player who's always available, and he does his job. Basically, he's fall in any way. And at a time like this, where we always battle injuries and it always affects our results, I would go with a player who, first of all, we can't change right now. Finding a new right back is not that easy. Look how long we've been stuck with Sandro. Let's fix that issue first. And the other thing is we need him. Obviously, we need him. He's been a main starter for like 3 4 seasons now, and he has never been AWOL. He's always there, and that's what we need right now, in my opinion.
There you go. So the thing is, honestly, we've got. You can throw this question into the mix too. Is there an opportunity for Morata to remain with this team beyond this year if the price drops from Atletico?
Anthony thinks so.
So
For me,
Anthony
hard
says
no.
yes. Lucci, is he completely done for you no matter what he does?
For me, yes. You can't have that mentality in the team. It's just too hot and cold for me and for my liking.
Too emotional, too
Yeah.
emotional. Joe, what do you think? Does he have an opportunity to remain with this team beyond this season?
I think he does, especially like you mentioned, Al. I think if the price drops from Atletico, then I don't see a reason why not. The one thing that I think Morata needs, I think he needs to like come off the bench and be that kind of like impact sub. I think that he gets too wound up in his head if he starts outright. Honestly, it just seems like a weird sort of mentality issue with him. But
Yeah.
I still think that he's great on the counter, and he still puts in a lot of work. So I don't see why not.
I think, and we'll, Omer, before we get to you, I just want to say, like, I think, we're going to see how this team changes now with Vlahovic, but Vlahovic obviously will bear the burden of the main guy, right? And that should help Morata. It did last season. This was a guy that, had 20 goals in all comps. If the price drops, Anthony brings up a good point. Who are you finding for less than 20 million that could come in and at least be a decent second to Vlahovic? And somebody that can play, hopefully, with him. We'll see if he can play with it. Omer? Omer? Omer.
Yeah. For me, it's a hard no. I'm with Lucci.
Hard no, no matter what. So who do you bring in?
I don't bring anyone in. Don't forget how invested we are in Keane. Keane is still on a loan, and there's a possible for obligation. He's younger. He has a lot more room to grow. Wait a minute.
He's not your second to Vlahovic, man. He's proven he can't play that target role. He played good with PSG playing off the wing. I used to believe in Keane. I used to believe he could lead a line. I used to think he'd be there. It's not happening, man.
I still think he can. He's a 21-year-old. Maybe he'll blossom at 24. I am. My mother has tested. But no, Morata, you just have to do too many things to make him perform. And we don't have the time or the energy for that. If he's 29, I believe, 28, if you can't perform, if you can't leave the mentality shit aside, then you should leave. I mean, there's a reason why he hasn't stayed in any top club he's been at, and we're not going to be the ones who should take the bullet and make all these adjustments to make him play. I'm sorry. That's right. My opinion on Morata.
Not that Keane's the answer, but Morata, even when he's starting.
But when we say who you're going to bring in and you say we don't need to, nobody, and Keane is then next second up. Don't give me Caio Jorge. Don't give me Caio Jorge.
Nope.
I'm not saying we have the answers right now, but
I'm just saying, back to Anthony's point, if you're going to start bringing people in, if Atletico comes down to 15 mil, say Morata from here on out all of a sudden can gel and we can make this work and we spread ourselves out better. I don't see why not. Like the alternatives, keep in mind, guys, we need a left back. you're going to need some help in the midfield. You're still going to need to bring a midfielder in. We got rid of two, and Ramsey doesn't really count because he never played, but Bentancur left as well. Zakaria came in. We still have a profile to fill there. Everybody's dream is Milinkovic-Savic. It's been shot down by Nomolo, but things change all the time. They're still looking at one of these mids. And then you still have Zaniolo and Raspadori that are being swirled around there. And I can believe that Juve's always been hot on Zaniolo. So, they're bringing in a forward too. I don't know, like why bring now all of a sudden you want to bring in one of these guys and another striker. Raspadori's not your true prototypical striker too, right? Like he's small, he's got a different build, different play to it. You really go in with 1-9 as Vlahovic. I think that's a little bit dicey.
That might not be a bad thing though, because then you can, your whole system kind of changes with the likes of Chiesa, Dybala, Raspadori. Like you're getting a different look. Some teams may not be used to that. I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I like Raspadori, to be honest. I'd replace Morata with him in a heartbeat. So
the only thing is, I don't believe it would change anything because Max's system is that he has one system when it comes to how you play up at the top. So really,
but like you said,
he needs these target guys, man, in his game. He always has, and he always will. He needs that target guy, right?
Things can change. If he has a killer second half of the season, my opinion can change. That's my opinion based on what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If he has a killer second half of the season, then I'm all for it. Let's renew for as less as we can.
And that's why, from what I've seen so far, I had to just say a quick no to Kane being the answer. Like that's why is exactly from what we've seen.
But Kane will have more value.
I like it.
Can we send Kane back?
Don't worry, and don't ever turn back on what you feel, Omer. Don't worry about the live chat and Anthony coming at you.
I haven't even looked at the chat.
Let Anthony go.
Don't listen to Anthony.
He hasn't even looked.
Yeah. Let him go. Let him go. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna get into a little bit more. We talked a little about those renewals, whatnot, and then obviously Morata is kind of like that topic that splits and divides fans, as we've seen here. But let's get to Vlahovic, Zakaria coming in. Let's talk about the forwards we do have and finding balance. Balance is the issue as of late, and the hot discussion that has Juventini split. Alex Peace in our live chat, and he's come at me over my last YouTube video because when Allegri said the words, we've played those three, but balance is everything, and we're going back and forth, but I love it. I love the discussion. I love the difference in opinions and whatnot. Vlahovic will be coming in looking to score on his debut and join Sivori, Charles, Ibrahimovic, Mandzukic, Dybala, and Higuain. Two notables that didn't do it on their debuts: Trezeguet, who took 2 matches, I believe, and CR7, who took several to get going. 4 matches. So there you have it. We've got the shiny new toys. He's got to start. He's got to get in there. Balance. The trident. Everybody's saying, potentially going with more of a 4-3-1-2. It's still a 4-3-3 in variation, but having Vlahovic and Morata up top with Dybala as that roaming creator behind them. Guys, what do you think about that setup? Should we be looking elsewhere? Balance, how concerned are you with it? Is that our best front three? Would you do something different? Let's start with Joe.
We were talking about it before we went live, and I totally agree with you, Al. I don't see a problem with that, with any balance there. Like just go with it. Like this would be a game to just run with that and see what you get. Like this is good. This is going to be the first time that all these players are playing in a competitive fixture together. Just run with it. See what happens.
Yeah. Omer, what do you think?
I think I miss Chiesa.
Miss who?
We all do.
Chiesa.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if Chiesa's there, there's no question who the front three are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Morata on the left or on the right, just not at the center. right now, yeah, it's probably our best front three. Maybe Bernardeschi is a good shout on the left instead of Morata, but he's unavailable. So right now, that's the best we could do.
Yeah. Luch.
Yeah, I think for what you have available, it's probably your best three. But what do you do with Chiesa when he comes back? You can't play the same formation. Doesn't suit
no,
him.
exactly, but that's a different discussion, right? It's still a 4-3-3, but Chiesa's your winger.
Right, but who's going to play on the other side?
Why could Dybala not? He still rolls
He's
in
done
there.
that before.
Yeah, but then I don't know.
He can.
He can't. Oh, sure, he can.
And he just drifts in.
No doubt. But
And what happens is you put your fullback that's going to be your bomber on that side, probably Quadrado, and voila, there you go. Done.
yeah, but
We make it sound so easy, but it
But
probably
why
is.
do we overthink it? That's the thing, though. Why do you overthink it?
you overthink
Show
it
me,
because
and this
Max
is my
is
main
in
thing when
charge.
people say you can't
Respect Max.
this empty in the
4-4-2
clip thing,
is
right?
coming. Telling
Is
you.
like this balance thing, okay? Everybody goes back to Mandzukic and whatnot. No, it's, oh no, you need balance. You need your guy doing this and whatnot. That is a one-off thing, okay? And Mandzukic did it because he's an absolute warrior. But show me a top team. Show me a top team out there that plays a variation of the 4-3-3 that their manager has said, no, we're not going to put our best three forwards up top. Have you seen Klopp say, oh, Mane can't play defense and Salah can't play defense, so we're not going to put those guys on the wings? Have you seen Man City do that with his wingers? Have you seen him worry about who he puts up at the top because of defensive duties? If everybody does their job and you have a 3 midfield base, even if you go back to prime Madrid, and I know that's tough because they were insane, that roster, but it's how you use your midfield 3 that dictates everything. And Alex P and I will go back on this like all the time. Okay. But for me, show me a team that does that worries about that. Not only that, apply it to this Juventus. What have we seen and learned about this Juventus this season? Is that if we're concerned about balance and we set ourselves up to worry about the opposition every time, we play worse. We play worse and we invite them to hurt us and whatnot. The times we have looked our best is when we've thrown caution to the wind a bit and been on that front foot and make them worry about us. Now, all of a sudden, we have guys that can really pose some danger, and we are still too concerned to let fly with the firepower we do have. I think I see it being way too concerned and overthinking it. I think we have to just, in some way, shape, or form, say fuck it and let's go. Let's give these teams something to worry about. I don't know. That's how I see it, boys. You guys fly at it, and now you can rip apart my takes. I'm cool with it.
No,
I think that there's something to that Morata Mandzukic kind of role, though. I think that there really is something. There's something to that. I mean, Morata is certainly no Mandzukic, but he has a work rate. He does work hard. So I think Morata, that he can slot in like that.
I think how I would agree with you in that sense, Joe, is in the fact that I can see Morata being selfless and kind of doing what it takes and is asked of him, right? Especially
he'll grind
the fact that he knows the Barca train has gone, and this might be it for his crazy run of being on all these top teams. This is really it. That selfless thing is going to come into play. But Omer, what do you think?
Look, your argument is valid. The only problem with it is that your examples include only managers with their style of play is high pressing and holding a lot of the ball and attacking all the time. Liverpool, as soon as they're near the area, they swing the ball in. They don't wait. They don't back pass. No nothing. You have to go further down the table to find teams to play a 4-3-3, and their attackers had to do a lot of defensive work. But that's Max. Max demands from everyone defensive work. And I hope that this new style of play will have us controlling most of the game and being on the front foot and pressing and not holding back. The argument for balance is a lot. You can apply it a lot more to defense and midfield, less so to the attack, I believe. And that's about it. It's if if the midfield does its job, then the attack doesn't have to aid the defense.
Well, if you got
Okay.
Artur in there, there's no defense. So
Yeah, if you play Bentancur, Rabiot, and Zakaria, you'll win all the balls and score 0 goals. So it's all balance in the end. And the balance comes to the team as a whole, not to the attacking unit. Okay? Higuain and Dybala and Cuadrado could attack a lot because Mandzukic helped with the defensive work on the left. If you remember that Barca game, he absolutely shut down Messi because he always tracked back, and that allowed a lot of freedom to the other attackers. But when you're playing with only 3, back then we played with 4. When you're playing with only 3, then the midfield has to be balanced according to the attackers you have. McKennie is a great balance because he joins the attack and allows other guys to go further forward, and he runs a lot. Arthur, not so much. Arthur needs to be complemented by other players in the midfield or in the attack. But I've said a lot. It's a lot. At the end of the day, a player is performing in a certain role depending on his characteristics. Mandzukic was great at his role because that's the type of guy and player he is. Morata might not be the same. He might be, where we haven't seen him play that way. But I don't want to say, like, that's it. This guy can do this and can do that. We'll wait and see if it works perfectly. If not, we'll have to try something new. That's how football works. That's how managers discover stuff about their team.
Yeah, see, the thing with the press too, and I'm glad you touched on that, Omer, is because why does our press disappear? We had it at the start of the season, and this is 3 years in a row where we've come out of the gate and we've pressed. We've been good. We've been playing a good press, and then all of a sudden it's like we get this fear built up again, and it's like we're going backwards. We're not pressing, whatever. And a lot of guys I could see in the chat here that say it's just because we don't have the right players to do so. I think a lot of it has to do with that 4-4-2, that hybrid 4-4-2 that ruins your press. And we saw that with Pirlo when he made that switch to it. And we saw it with Max in him going with the 4-4-2 and using one of those guys hybrid when it was McKennie. And it creates an issue, and it creates a loss of balance in terms of how you can press teams further up the pitch. So yeah, there's a few things that need to be sorted out, but nonetheless, we've got the projected lineup. Now we're going to take a deep dive into that and really kind of get involved. But come on, you guys know me better than that. It's trivia time. Let's get a little trivia here and let's test everybody. Omar's always ready. Pulls out.
No, Verona is very tough because I remember mostly Kievo games, less Hellas.
Oh,
It's
man.
very tough.
Here we go.
I can mix the two.
He still studied.
In their last 10 meetings, Juventus and Verona, how many wins for Juventus?
The last 10 meetings?
In their last 10 meetings.
We haven't won our last 4, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're right.
You're right on that.
Fine, then I'll go with 6. The last win I remember was with Ramsey scoring. Actually.
So you're going with 6 wins out of the last 10. Lucci.
I'm gonna go 5.
5.
That's what I'll take Lucci on that one. 5.
Oh man, so 1 point goes to the live chat as Animesh hits it with 4.
Ooh,
so live chat
rough.
1, panel 0.
0. Man,
come
we
on,
suck.
bring us back here. Bring us back here. Okay. When was the last time, what year, that the two teams met in the Coppa Italia?
Coppa Italia.
The Coppa Italia.
I don't think it was in the last decade.
No, I don't think so either. I'm gonna say, is it?
I will give you a
80s?
hint that it was.
Oh,
Okay.
It was. Okay, I just trust my memory here. I'll go with 2012-13 season.
Okay, 12-13 for Omar. Francisco coming in with 2015 for the live chat. 1983 death clutch. 2015 from Dells. Luch, what are you throwing out there?
you know what? I'll go 2015 as well. Seems to be common.
Joe?
I'll go 2014. I'll take that. Lower.
2014-15 season. So this is kind of half points for the live chat, half points for us because a couple you got 15, you got 14, they got 15. Now we got a couple 15s. Luca had just enough time to Google it to make himself look smart, so cool. All good. So 2014-15. What was the score?
If I don't remember the game.
We won that one.
Yeah, we
Can
won the
anybody
Coppa
get
Italia.
the score? And the fact that it was 14-15 season, you'll know some of the guys that were around there.
That was a dope team.
That was the first max year, so
Luca's throwing a 3-1 out there for the live chat.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
So Luch is going 3-0.
I'll go 2-0.
2-0.
2-1.
2-1.
4-1.
4-1 from Joe Cappuccino. We're going to let a couple of the live ones get in there, see if they can throw some guesses there. Ooh, home at Juve 4-0. Francisco gets another point for the live match. He's one of our team members, and he's crushing it. 6-1. It was 6-1, everybody.
Jeez.
6-1.
I don't remember that game.
Delgado got the 6-1 as well, 14-15. Name the goal scorers.
Wow, that's a
Oh boy.
I love this because you never see Omer look like this and just like he's at a loss on this one.
I don't remember that game. I'm sorry, I really don't. I can just guess.
Was Llorente one of them?
Llorente was not a scorer.
No.
Morata.
Okay.
Morata was one. You got one.
Okay, Morata. Vidal.
No.
Tevez.
No.
Marquisio.
That's
No.
Pirlo.
I'm just gonna name off the whole 11.
No.
Yeah,
we're trying. We have 6 goals to get through.
Dude, the live is nailing some of these goals right now.
I'm not looking at the live.
I know you guys aren't looking at it.
Okay, Bonucci.
No.
Pogba.
Pogba, no. Oh, sorry, Pogba's one. So you got Morata and Pogba.
That's 2. Okay.
Okay. Morata and Pogba.
Asamoah was on the team, wasn't he? Was Asamoah a scorer?
Lichtsteiner?
No. Dude,
Giacarini.
the live has taken this point. They just crushed.
Giacarini.
No.
Giacarini. Oh my god.
Chiellini.
No.
Who do we have? Evra.
No.
So, God, we're gonna go through the whole squad.
Yeah, we might have to stop
23.
the bleeding because the live chat has nailed it here. So they've got it.
Giovinco. Yeah, I
started here
wanted
with
to say
Giovinco got a brace. Okay.
Oh.
Giovinco brace Pereira, who was named by the live chat. Pereira, Pogba, Morata, and Coleman. Those were the 6 goals.
Oh man.
Long shot by Coleman.
Yeah, so that's
I think I remember.
That's awesome.
I don't remember that.
Carlo Pradi just jumping in here. What's up, my man? We're just wrapping up some trivia here before we get to the goods here. 82 matches between the sides officially. How many wins for Juventus?
How many matches?
82.
82. I'll go with 56.
56 from Omar Luch.
63.
63. Joe.
70.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to let the live get in here for a bit. So I think Omar was 56, correct?
Yeah.
And Lucci went, what, 60?
63.
63. And Joe with the 70. We got everybody's 52 from Anthony. We got 65 from Edgar. Death Clutch was 69. Come on, Death Clutch.
I was going to say it, but I was going to say it.
55, 58, 60, some 61s. 47, everybody.
Oh,
47.
Yes.
So
all wrong.
I think Anthony was the closest at 52. Ooh.
Anthony should
We'll
have
let you
been in
have
the
that one.
41 at that point.
45. Very, very close. Very
Wow.
close. So, the live chat. You got a couple questions to try and pick this thing up here.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Name me 2 top goal scorers in this fixture.
Ugh.
Ooh.
And to be honest, you're gonna have to give me a minute because I have to bring them up. Okay. Name me 2 top goal scorers in this fixture.
Del Piero. Let's get that out of the way.
No.
No.
Really?
Really? That was going to be my guess too. God,
Yeah,
who could
so-
it be?
How long
Yeah, like what's
has
the
it been since they played?
You have out of your top 5 one Verona player.
Oof.
I'll tell you that. The
Trezeguet?
others, you have a couple older players, not super old, and you have one that was the last decade.
Okay.
Is Trezeguet one of them?
No.
No. All right.
Dybala.
Sivori is not in there.
Dybala.
Nope.
no?
Ravanelli
Higuain.
is not in there.
Tevez.
Mm,
Tevez is in there.
Ooh, good one, Omer. Higuain.
Okay.
No Higuain.
No Higuain. All right.
Very
Said,
pay attention to the details because I said there was one out of the last decade.
Oh, right.
Named
Yeah,
Tevez,
that-
and he was right. And then I said you have to go a little bit further.
Inzaghi.
No.
Do we have to go that far back?
Ravanelli.
And it is
Viali.
not Blessari for Verona. For Delgavi, they're in there. Marquisio,
Viali.
not Marquisio. It's not Matri. Luca Toni, no.
No, we had Tevez from the last decade.
Yeah,
The
it's
rest
got to
would
be older.
Gianluca
Yeah,
Viali.
No.
Ravanelli.
No
No.
Viali.
All right. No Viali.
Baggio.
No.
Oh yeah, no.
No. Damn.
This player did wear 10, though.
Oh,
Jeez.
you were 10. That's Del Piero.
Michel Platini.
Boom.
There's
Platini. Platini is one. There's another one. There's another player that's not terribly old. Came to Toronto, Lucci. Finished his career in Toronto.
Oh, who was
got to
that?
be Juventus
Remember?
then.
No, not
Juve
Juventus.
legend.
Yeah, there was someone else who played for Toronto.
Oh,
I can't remember.
something with a B, isn't it?
Yes.
Bottega.
It is something with a B.
Bottega.
Bettega.
Bottega.
Bettega.
That is.
Boom.
There we
There
go.
you go. All right. That's better. Okay. For fun, with the live chat, everybody as a unit now, because you guys got smoked by the live chat today. It must be said.
Omer
Yeah.
did carry us
Congratulations,
like
live
usual.
chat. Okay. You absolutely roasted this panel today. Okay. Well done. Well done. Chapeau. Okay. Now, as a unit together with the live chat and the panel, let's have some fun. Name as many players who represented both teams that you can.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Storaro.
I have Romelu.
Storaro's one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Romulo.
Romelu.
Yeah.
Did Roberto Pereira play for?
No, he wasn't
No.
Udinese.
No.
Luca Toni? Or was it?
Luca
Oh,
Yeah.
Luca Toni.
Toni.
Yeah.
Luca Toni.
Camoranesi.
Moise Keane, no?
Yeah.
Camoranesi.
Moise Keane.
Moise Keane,
Good-
yeah.
good pick up
That's
there.
a good one. Wow, that's good.
Who
A lot
else
of
played
weird
for
names.
Mohammed, I smoked that. Throwing out the big back pat on the chat there. Well done. That's amazing.
Yeah. So we had Camoranesi, Keane, Luca Toni, and Romelu. Who else? We had a defender.
Man,
we don't
Storaro played there last year or 2 years ago.
have to get too crazy with it. We named some good ones. We're good.
Yeah.
Let's get to the
Yeah.
main course here, okay? Potential lineup coming out from Sky Sport. Now, before we dive into this, everybody, reminder while you're here, please like the video, okay? Share the channel and whatnot. Frabota, yes, Carlos still throwing them out here just to stick it to you guys and let them know, okay? Love it. Like the video, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's your one-stop shop for everything Juventus. Show some love to our sponsors, stripedheartsapparel.com, okay? And stay tuned because later on today, we are going to name on Twitter the winner of the Vlahovic giveaway, okay? So someone's going to get that Vlahovic kit, okay? So hopefully it's one of you guys. Good luck to everybody, okay? And we'll see what happens. Sky Sport comes out with this lineup. Who wants to tackle this one first?
Not a lot to complain about. If you can have a picture of Rabiot with his hair, in a ponytail, and not looking like he's homeless, that would be cool. But what else can we play? We saw the guys who were called up. We have 4 central midfielders. One of them is McKennie, who isn't 100% fit. He came in late on a flight. The rest is just the best we can, I believe.
So we've got a question here like Quadrado ? So we know that Quadrado and McKennie came back the latest out of all the clubs that, or out of all the players that took off for some international duty and whatnot. That might be playing into that, right? So if I'm looking at this, though, one question I have is, if we put the question out to Juventini to see what they would prefer, you have some shouts for Zakaria there actually being in the middle at the back ahead of the 2 center backs. Lucci, do you think that's a better role for him? Do you think he could play that way? We know he's a box-to-box guy, but for us, do you think that's a better role?
I think for now, until we get an actual, well, not that he's not a regista, but I think for now that would be his best spot. But then what are you going to do with Arthur?
Well, this is the thing, is that
he's not an outside midfielder either. So
people look at this way. People are saying Artur would be better used in that 8 role because then he doesn't need to worry about the defensive thing that people continue to throw back at him, right? So it's like this pick your poison thing with Artur because he's great against the press and can help you relieve the pressure of a press, but people are worried about his defensive abilities, right? Then you have Zakaria, who you wouldn't worry about his defensive abilities, but are you getting the best out of him in the box-to-box role? Omer, Joe, what do you guys think about that Zakaria in which spot? Joe,
go.
I would move Zakaria to the middle and Artur out wide. I'm willing to take that risk. Artur has not convinced me as a regista. He just hasn't. I think he either needs to be further up or he needs to be outside, like in that midfield 3. I would prefer to have that defensive solidity there.
I like Artur. I think that's the best way to go because when McKennie is not there and Rabiot is, there's not a lot of presence in the box, and Artur as an 8 wouldn't provide any of that. He just doesn't have the attributes to get into the box and be a threat. So I prefer Zakaria there. And plus, it's not a good time to try new things with unknown players. So if that's the way he played up until now, then let's roll with it.
Yeah. What's up, No? Coming in here, official lineup. No, this is just a probable projection put out by Sky Sport, and we're just kind of taking a look at things. Obviously, Quadrado, we talked about that, and Anthony brings up another classic Allegri line. Quadrado didn't even know he was at Continenza, just basically talking to how tired he was. Okay, so Allegri cracking jokes here. Cracking jokes. Funny guy. Win the damn game. Let's go.
Hilarious.
No BS needed here. Okay, no excuses really. Took a lot of heat on my comments as of late, speaking to Max and just pressure ramping up on him. And I want to get your guys' thoughts. Everybody knows mine, and I've talked about it a lot. But Joe, is the pressure dialed up on Max after that Mercado?
100%. Yeah, he's got the tools now. The ball's in his court on what to do with it. So yeah, he just needs to do his job.
Yeah, Omer, pressure up on Max.
Yeah, I'm with Joe, definitely. Definitely the pressure is up. He got the new toys he asked for, the type of players he likes. No excuses now. That's the thing.
Yeah, Lucci, what do you think?
Yeah, 100% what Omer said. He no more excuses. He got some reinforcements, better capable ones as well for his type of type of game, type of style. So go out there and show us that you deserve to be the coach, to be the manager.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you guys. KM saying Ake is gonna start. Source, trust me. Um, Ake's an interesting one too, especially if you're gonna start lining up in a 4-3-3. He can bring you a lot as a winger. We've seen that, and again, don't don't be afraid. Now, the biggest thing in terms of Max and that pressure, and the ones that saying there is no more pressure on Max, like it's not added. How can there not be if we're all around here raving about, a 9 or a 10 out of 10 Mercado? How can there not be pressure, like more pressure, right? If we were ready to accept the fact that this team might not get into top 4, I was never ready to accept that. And I said all along, this team is capable of getting into the top 4 with the players he had before. Now, I mean, look at some of these points that are getting dropped around the table there, and there's more for the taking if he can get this right. And man, I have faith. I always had faith that we'd get top 4. I was still thinking this team's good enough to get into second or third. Now with enter Vlahovic and Zakaria, once Locatelli's back, because obviously he's suspended for this one, you've got some solid tools. We got guys back from injury and stuff like that. Like he's got more than enough tools to make this a very, very interesting finish to the season. Will Max get the job done? Will they do it? I think they will, to be honest. I think they're going to make things very, very interesting and be that thorn in the side of all these other teams ahead of them, because they've kept themselves. The one thing I will give Max credit for is that, and we were saying this before the end of the winter mercado, is that he's kept this team within striking distance. That was the biggest thing. Even through the struggles, even through all this, he's kept this team right there, just enough to make everybody think about them. The management goes out and pulls these moves now. Those teams ahead are thinking even more. And then you have Atalanta dropping these points today. Okay, big opportunity for Juventus. Absolutely zero excuses. They have to win this one. They have to win against Atalanta. And that will be a big swing right there. Tough to do so. But guys, we have February lined up, basically, as far as opponents go and everything. And got it right here. We've got Verona today. We've got Sassuolo in a Coppa Italia match on Thursday. Okay. Then we have Atalanta on the 13th. The Derby della Mola against Torino on the 18th. 22nd, we have Villarreal in the Champions League first leg. Okay. And then Empoli on the 27th. That is Juventus's February. Okay. Out of those 6 matches, how do you think Juve fares if you're going to put a record out there for February?
Look, it's weird because it's funny to say, but aside from Torino, who's won in the 86th minute, we haven't beaten any of those teams in the first round. Sure. We lost to Verona, and even Empoli. We drew with Empoli, and we lost to Empoli. So it should be a big statement. It should pile up some more pressure, more than there already is. But it's the busiest time of the season. Teams starting to drop points left and right. Players get injured. The tournaments in the horizon, all the Champions League and stuff. You can see it already. It's not like it's harder to build form and start winning consistently in this period, which Juve knows how to do because they've done it all along the past decade. And that were our advantages, in my opinion. We should use that. We should put pressure on those teams and force them to make mistakes. And hopefully this will win. We have the fear factor again. Okay, we have the best striker in the league. And hopefully we'll go top of the Capocannoniere table today after Immobile scored. Even the teams behind us lost points. Roma lost points and Fiorentina lost points. We're in a good position. And that's just a statement of don't count us out, no matter how bad our first half of the season was. We're here and we're knocking on the door of everyone, and those wins, we should win them all, in my opinion. All of these matches.
You're going to go out and say we're going to do it, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
100%.
I love it. I love it. Joe, your thoughts on this stretch in February?
Oh, like Omar said, we're going to win it. I see that happening too. Those got to be wins now. This team is different than what we started out with. You know, like you said, we have the best striker in the league. We have a midfielder that's been highly touted. It fits in Allegri's system, and he's incredibly talented. I have never felt more confident about this team than I do right now. I mean, sure, could things change? Maybe, but I'm willing to give all of that the benefit of the doubt until I actually see stuff on the field. Those should be wins now.
There you go.
That's
There
just
you
the
go.
end of it. Those should be wins, and I think we can do it.
Luch.
All right, everyone, relax before I say this. So we're gonna go 4 wins and 2 draws. We're gonna draw
draws.
Atalanta,
Okay.
and we're gonna draw Villarreal, and the other 4 will be wins against the other 4.
I said yesterday, I think I'm looking at about 4 wins too. I didn't say that we would drop any games as far as losses, but I think we'll get about 4 wins. Just so everybody sees kind of the picture that's going around there. Inter's schedule, which Carlo Prati, props to him, pointed out in the live chat, is interesting. They obviously had defeat yesterday to AC Milan. They've got a Coppa Italia match against Roma. Then they'll play Napoli. Then they'll play Liverpool in the Champions League. Then they'll play Sassuolo and then Genoa. That is a tough February for that team, and that team's starting to show cracks. Okay. Inzaghi's definitely showing cracks. So yeah, Milan kicks it off with the win yesterday for February. Lazio in Coppa Italia on Wednesday. Sampdoria on Sunday. Salernitana on the 19th and Udinese on the 27th. Milan's probably arguably got one of the better ones, I think.
No
if you had to
Champions League.
look at them all. Napoli will have obviously they're playing Venezia right now as we speak. It's 0-0. They will have Inter Milan Saturday. Then they'll play Barcelona in the Europa League there. They'll have Cagliari, Barcelona again, and then Lazio. So Napoli's got an interesting mix there too. Then you have
Toughest one.
Atalanta. Cagliari lost today 2-1. Fiorentina, Coppa Italia, and then us, Olympiacos in Europa League, Fiorentina, Olympiacos, Europa League, and then Sampdoria. So Atalanta's schedule, not too bad, and Milan's not too bad. There's opportunities there for the taking for Juve, for sure. I still say four wins out of those, we can potentially be more. There is no reason why we can't take them all. And obviously that's the hope, but I think there might be some growing pains. With the new acquisitions and stuff like that. We want it all to be gelling and roaring, but I think realistically, I think 4 wins is okay. We got Storm the Barn out there. We'll see what everybody has for some questions here. We'll take a few as we wrap up the show here. Everybody, Animesh, is Keane strictly a substitute now till the end of the season, or can he play with Vlahovic? He is a sub, in my opinion. Joe?
Sub, definitely.
Sub. Omer?
Yeah, but the schedule is too packed to, say he wouldn't start any game. How many times have we started the same lineup this season? The rotations are all over the place, and Keane will get his starts here and there in the league, I assume, not in Champions League or Coppa Italia, but he will play, I believe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think he starts Thursday.
Maybe.
Might.
Give Morata a rest, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a sub.
Definitely. Leonardo Frank, a good journalist, said DeCilio will extend. Thoughts? Honestly, he hasn't been an issue. He's been a pleasant surprise. I'd be fine if that's what we chose to do, but I've heard that Juve is eyeing not just for the left side, but for the right side as well, and it kind of depends on some of the other extensions, but from what I gather, even if DeScilio extends, they're still looking for the right side as well, which is interesting considering if you're going to renew Quadrado and you're going to have Danilo around. I found that very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Sandro and Rabiot are top targets to leave. That's great. Left back, I think, is where we should be looking as a main focus. I'd be fine if all things stay the same with DeScilio that we've seen so far and going to the ladder. I'd be fine with it. Guys, DeScilio, Joe, what do you think?
I would honestly, I agree. I think that he's not an issue. I would sign him. He can play in the left or right. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Oh, Omer?
The opposite argument of Morata. The guy has played, has performed. Right now he deserves it, and he's a great backup to have at the moment. Covers both wings. What else can you ask?
Yeah, absolutely. Lucci?
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly, Al. He's been a pleasant surprise, so sure.
Yeah, there you go. Big shout out to Mohammed. Thank you very much for the donation, my friend. And yeah, you just sending out our thanks for us and what we're doing for Juve fans. 1 win away from third by the end of February. There you go. Love it, Mohammed. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's get see some more here. Luca, how many Madones out of 5 are we feeling for today? Come on, Luca. Come on, Luca. Give me that Vlahovic goal, and I'll give you 9.5 Madones. Come on. Vlahovic. Guys, put a question out for fun on Twitter. Vlahovic, 1 goal today, a brace, hat trick. What are we feeling? I said 1 last, as we got ready, anticipating for this match. I'm going to stick to 1. He finds 1 today. What do you guys think?
I'm thinking he does. Thinking
he finds 1?
Yeah.
At least one.
I hope he won't get a hat trick.
Oh, yeah. Anthony was right on his call. We've got a couple more we're going to save here for the Storm the Barn. We're going to quickly fire away predictions, and everybody in the live, you guys can get involved in this too, okay? So let's get into this. Alex P. wasting no time. Vlahovic tripleta. Woo! 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 Okay, guys, let's get some of the tiebreaker stuff out of the way real quick. Offsides for Juventus. I'm saying 3. Joe.
I'm gonna go above. I'm gonna go 4.
4 from Joe. Omer.
2.
Luch.
I wanted to say 4 too, but I guess I'm gonna go 5. Just to not agree with Joe.
I like it. Possession split between the two teams. I'm going to say 58% Juve. Joe.
I'm going to go 55-45 Juve.
Come on, Joe. Jesus.
Omar.
53-47.
There you go. Luch.
56 for Juve.
Price is right game between those two. Okay, take it easy. Total attempts and how many on target. This time we'll start with Luch so he can take it easy.
Thank you. I'm going to say 12 attempts with 7 on target.
12 attempts, 7 on target. Omer.
10-4.
10-4. Okay. Joe.
I'm gonna go 15 attempts, 7 on target.
15 attempts, 7 on target. Okay, I'm gonna go with 14-6. Okay, 14-6. Halftime scores. Luch.
1-0 Juve.
1-0 Juve at the half.
Yeah, me too.
Omer.
1-0.
1-0. Joe.
1-0 Juve.
Nice. 2-0 Juve at half.
Ooh, okay.
Full-time scores. Joe.
2-1 Juve.
Omer.
2-0.
Luch.
I'm with 2-0 as well.
I say 2-0. 2-0 ends 2-0. Goal scorers. I'll give it to you right now, man.
Do we have to say it?
Vlahovic is getting 1 for me.
Dusan's getting 1.
Vlahovic and Zakaria.
Me.
Yo,
the new guys.
Yeah,
If Zakaria
Vlahovic and
scores,
Zakaria. I'm out. Modern day Momo Sissoko. He's going to get one.
Vlaho's gonna get one. I
Vlaho's
almost
getting
want to
one.
drop that brace on, but I'll stake to my first prediction. That's one. He gets one. I think Morata gets the other, so I'm gonna go with Morata and Vlahovic. Guys, MVP. Who you calling the man of the match of this game for Juventus? Let's start this one with the big Lebowski.
I'm gonna say Dusan. I'm gonna say Dusan again. I'm gonna
Joe,
say.
you're out of your element. It's going to
I'm
be.
gonna say it.
It's going to be Arthur.
Who are you calling?
Arthur.
Artur? Wow. Okay, that's a bold one.
I'm going Paolo.
Paolo for the
Always
MVP.
a good one. Always a good shout.
Ooh, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Vlahovic.
Jesus, you guys are crazy.
I am crazy and I love it. Great place to be sometimes. Of course, Joe's crazy. He showed up in a bathrobe for God's sake. Come on. It's amazing. It's amazing. We got some good shouts. We got a lot of we got some Chiellini for MVP. We got Zakaria. We got Delict. Artur. Someone joining Omer there on Artur. We've got a call for Szczesny from Death Clutch. We got Dybalas. Anthony going with Dusan. And Cash is coming in with Dybala as his call as well. It's great seeing Cash in here too. It's been a while, my man. Fantastic seeing you in the live chat. And let's get back. We've got a couple last Storm the Barns that we'll get to here. Okay. Just got to track them down. Your thoughts on McKennie so far this season? McKennie is an interesting one. At the start of the year, opinions were split. For me, he's been doing what I wanted him to do from the start, which is turn things around and start to become an important player for the team in the middle of the park. He's done so, and I've been really happy with the progress from the start. Lucci, your thoughts on McKennie?
Yeah, he's really grown on me. At the beginning of the season, and even towards the end of last season, I wasn't too sure, but I think Allegri's maybe transforming him into a real box-to-box, hard-working midfielder, which, obviously we need. So I'm all for keeping McKennie around for the next little while for sure.
There you go. Omer?
Well, he was the first one out the door back in October. It was rumored, and now he's untouchable. Pretty much says it all.
Yeah, there you go. Joe?
Yeah, echoing what those guys said. If he's probably our second best midfielder, I would say.
Yeah. And so that's the thoughts on McKennie. McKennie's fantastic. We got a couple other little questions. Obviously, Anthony coming in with, hey, who won the jersey? Well, you got to pay attention, my man, because it said it'll be announced later on today. Okay,
take it easy, old guy.
It will be announced later.
He really wants that jersey.
Relax.
As long as he doesn't win.
Then we have live reactions today. Will there be a watch along? We are working on it. We're trying our best to make arrangements to make that happen. Okay. There will be a Spaces post match on Twitter as well. So we're working on it. We are working on it. And some final news, guys. They're without Simeone. Okay. So they're going to be without Simeone. They're going to be apparently without Caprari and Ferroni. Okay. So really, there's absolutely zero excuses for Juventus. Get out there, get the job done. We got some shiny new toys. Okay. Let's unleash them. Let's get the job done. We're all predicting wins. It should be so, especially with those absentees, especially adding the guy who was sharing Capocannoniere race. Okay, let's go. Vlahovic show begins today. Joe's the conductor. Okay, we all know that. Take it easy there, bathrobe. Okay, Joe's the conductor on the Vlau train. We got our man. It starts today. Let's go. Big win. Everybody that joined us live, we love the support. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit like on the video, okay? If you're new, subscribe to the channel, your one-stop shop for everything Juve. By the way, Striped Hearts Apparel just dropped out a whole new revamp to their classic designs, and they got a new Ale Del Piero art t-shirt. It's unbelievable. Make sure you hit the site and check that thing out. It's only available, I think, for like 2 weeks. Check it out. Unreal stuff. Everybody, be a friend and tell a friend. Share the content too. Okay. We're just working on continuing to grow this community. The sport's been amazing, but we thank you all. Enjoyed the match today. Hopefully we see you for a live watch along, but we're going to try our best to make that happen. If not, tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, we're right back here, hopefully celebrating the victory and celebrating hitting that top 4. That's right, Deepak. Let's go. Fino alla fina. Forza Juventus. Let's go crush and slap around Verona, okay? Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.